welcome to Threefold Talk, the Aiel Talk Show with the Token Wetlander. That is me. I'm the Token Wetlander, and welcome back because this week we are stabbing like we have not stabbed before. We have just an amazing stabometer that we've got going. I've made special little treats for that. I don't want to give too much away because I'm very excited about it. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. But before we dive into that, let me bring everybody else in. Hello, everybody. How are we doing? What are these smiling faces?
We're doing
Bain&Chiad,
great.
how are
I'm
you?
extra great because Sharnice is here, and I can't wait to have her rate some stabs with us.
Yes. Rating all the stabs. We will get you, Shanice. Melindhra, how are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm cosplaying a Wetlander today.
I see that. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yes.
So.
I borrowed this from a wagon train and it's working really well for me. I'm much much calmer. I don't know if I'm going to be able to rank any stabs because I feel like that would be very difficult for me to do.
Well, Brother Dan says we're master stabologists, so there's a lot of faith in us.
Yes, we have a degree in stabology.
Yes, and our guest stabber this week is Shanice. Shanice, welcome to Threefold Talk.
Hi guys, thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you here, honestly. This is we love this show and we love having people on. So yeah, it's great to have you here. And I believe before we do any news, I love bringing up these comments, It's great. But don't worry, your boo's in there. Beth's in there. My Melindhra boo. Okay. Yeah. Back to what I put up earlier. You two get a room. If you're not familiar, folks, we had Beth Weston, our What a Holiday raffle winner, on week before last week.
It was just last week.
It was just last week. Oh my God, this is how the weeks go. Last week, and Beth, and we had to separate them at one point, didn't we, Bain&Chiad?
Yes.
There was a lot of
They were pretty much trying to make out through the videos.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, indeed. So
I couldn't help it. She was so addictive.
I love it. Okay, Bain&Chiad, I'm going to let you very lightly grill our wonderful guest this week, Shanice. We don't have a full fear to spare. We're doing a lot of stabbing this week. We think that's going to take up a lot of the show. So you're getting a light roasting from Bain&Chiad. And we'll have to have you back for the full experience of fearing the spear at some point. But yeah.
I promise this will be very easy. So Sharnice, I know Sharnice very well. I've known her for quite a while, but I just thought in case anybody out there has not met Sharnice, I don't know what's wrong with you. But if you haven't met her, I thought we could introduce her and get to know her a little bit. She has been on the Dusty Wheel. She has been around in the fandom and in chat, and just an all-around amazing person. So Sharnice, I was wondering if you could tell us your Wheel of Time origin story. When did you start reading the books? When did you get into the fandom?
Sure. So that would be 2003. My ex-husband actually introduced me to the books. He couldn't believe that I hadn't heard of them at that moment, because he knows how much I love fantasy and sci-fi. And at that point, he had only read, I think, maybe up to maybe the first 4 books. And I read The Eye of the World. And I remember when I finished The Eye of the World, I was just like, whoa, where's the second book? And I ate those books up so fast. I would literally sit in Barnes and Noble for hours just reading in case I finished a book, and then I could just pick up the next book and just read. And then so I ate them up really quickly. And then I think the first hardcover book I bought was probably, I guess, whatever came out in 2004, whichever book came out in 2004 was my first hardcover copy. And my original Wheel-of-Time copy, like you can't even pick it up anymore. Like the pages are all falling out and the cover is gone. It's just awful.
Yeah, I think we've all been there with that. So
yeah, I don't think I even have my original anymore.
They love that you sat in Barnes and Noble. Lee Frodan is like, that's perfect.
I feel like that's such a like economical use of your time. You know, you don't want to have to like deal with having to order it and wait for it to show up or go to the store.
Yeah,
and take a break from reading. You could just live at the store. It's perfect.
Did your Barnes and Noble have a little cafe?
So there was one that doesn't exist anymore. That one did have a cafe, but the one that I would hang out in all the time, it did not. A lot of them in New York City are smaller. There was a big one near Lincoln Center. I don't even think that one is there anymore. It's so sad. Yeah, so I didn't go to one with a cafe, not regularly. There was one in the one that used to be in the Bronx in Co-op City. That one had a cafe. But the one, my Wheel of Time memories, no, I was literally like in the aisles of the fantasy section, like sitting on the floor, you know, like people walking by. I'm like, sorry, while I'm reading.
Nice. I love that. Awesome. I've just thrown a poll in chat that made me think, and the poll is asking: is your original copy of The Eye of the World still in one piece? Chat. That's what we're asking you. You can obviously say yes or no. Mine is most definitely no. But you might have a copy that's still in good nick. Maybe you read it twice and was like, I'm going to preserve that copy and buy one that I can then destroy. So who knows? But I love that origin story, especially the reading in Barnes and Noble sense.
That's
definitely
really
my favorite bit.
Yeah, it's really sweet. I love that. All right, Sharnice. So you have said that you are half Green Aja and half Maiden of the Spear. Tell us why you say that.
So maidens are badasses, and I'm a badass. So I definitely relate to anyone, especially women, who are badasses. And I love women. I just love women. And so, you know, strong women, badass women. I really love that. And green, because hello, multiple waters. I mean,
one water would never do.
No, one water would never do. No, honestly, I have such I have a huge capacity to love more than one person. I am polyamorous, and so I totally relate to the green Aja. And what I really like about the green is that the green Aja is the battle Aja, you know, and you know, you got to be ready. You know, I'm wearing my black fist earrings. Like, you got to be ready. You know?
So would you want your warders to be men, or would you want your warders to be fellow maidens of the spear?
I want my warders to be any human that is worthy of love and protecting and handing me snacks when I want them.
Like Alana. Is very important.
I mean, seriously, it is a highly underrated quality.
Oh my God. When I saw that, I was like, what?
So good.
My roommate literally said she has to be green purely so she can have a quote snack water.
Oh my God.
That's their sole purpose, is to bring snacks.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is just the best thing ever. Like, what?
So good. So good.
Yeah, all right, Sharnice. So my last question of the night for my light grilling of you is I have a photo that I would like you to tell us about. I sent it to Rob. I don't know if you have that photo, Rob.
Oh, yes. I'm going to give me just a nanosecond. I do have it. And then it's one that I didn't. There we go. There. Give me a second. It's going to be there. Just a moment. There it is.
Ah!
Yeah. Yes. Could you please explain this to us? I heard this is
we can all hustle around on the camera and still be seen. Yeah, it goes the other way. There you go.
I heard this is your bulletin board at work, and it looks like an SVU crime scene discussion board. So please tell us what's going on.
So, yes, this is the bulletin board at my job. And so my coworker, the office that we work in, it's just my coworker and myself. It's just the two of us. So we're in there alone. And it's, our days are not really too busy. So, we're both reading and studying and doing whatever. And I noticed that she's an avid reader. So she reads A Song of Ice and Fire, and she takes notes and everything. And she reads Star Wars books and, all of these things. And I just peeped her game. I was like, girl, we're going to get along really good. Like, you're into, oh my goodness. I said, so wait a minute, you read A Song of Ice and Fire, you have to read The Wheel of Time. She was like, The Wheel of Time, what's that? I was like, oh,
wait,
let me tell you what that is. So now my coworker is one of us. She is one of us.
Yes!
Right now, she is up to the Lord of Chaos.
Ramen rattle.
She is on the Lord of Chaos, and she just read when Nynaeve healed Logain and Swan and Lyanna, and she is like bugging out. She was like, oh my God. She was like, I knew it. So basically, when she started reading, she would stop, like she'd be reading something, she'd stop, and she'd be like, all right, Sharnice, tell me, is such and such gonna happen? Is this gonna happen? And I'm like, do you want me to tell you, or do you want to find out? She's like, all right, I'm just gonna keep reading. And then she would say, I think this is gonna happen. I said, you know what? We need a prediction board. And so that's what we started. So it started with one piece of paper, the one on the top left. And every time she would she'd literally just outburst and just say, this is going to happen. And I'd be like, well, put it on the board, and we write it down. And then I started listing, there's a Forsaken list, and, so she's kind of guessing, who's posing.
Let's see if I can zoom in on some of these.
Can you
zoom in?
Not on this, but give me a couple moments. Keep talking, and I will work some magic.
And under the Forsaken list is the Black Aja, so she's guessing who's black.
Oh, cool!
And it's the hardest thing to not say, not spoil it for her.
Yeah.
It's so cool watching her fall in love with this series that I've been in love with for so many years. And when the show started, she was like, do you think it's okay for me? She was up to book 3. And I'm like, no, you're good. You can watch the show. She was afraid that because she hasn't finished the series that she wouldn't be able to watch the show. But no, she watches the show. And it's just so cool to have somebody right there at work every day, and we can talk about the Wheel of Time. And my supervisor came in one day. Oh my God, it was so funny. My supervisor came in one day with this big poster, some company thing that he wanted to put up. There we
go. Sorry, I just mid-sentence throw that up there. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah. So these early predictions, literally, she was in the first few chapters of The Eye of the World. She literally predicted, they haven't even left Edmund's Field yet, and she was like, wow. "Oh, Nynaeve's going to be a powerful Aes Sedai." I was like, "Wow, okay." And this is
that's crazy.
So many predictions that she did. So this is all her, questions, anything that she said, I would just write it down on there. I love it. Yeah. But my supervisor came with this poster, and he wanted to put it up, and he's like, wait a minute, what is all this? And we were like, listen, don't worry about what this is. Just give me the poster. We'll put it up on another bulletin board. It's fine. Just leave us alone. Don't worry about what we're doing over here. We realize this has nothing to do with what we do here, but don't worry about it.
I like number 13 here. Rand is Aiel. And then also somehow Malkier will be returned from the blight, and I will be crowned as king. I like both of those.
Great. Do you remember when your coworker made that prediction that Rand was Aiel?
This was early. That's early. she might have still been in the Eye of the World. I don't know. She's really perceptive. She's really, really perceptive. And I'm almost jealous because I'm like, I was not that perceptive my first time reading these books. I mean, granted, she has like the internet now, and I mean, we had the internet, but we it's all over now, and to the point where I have to tell her like, no, don't watch any videos on YouTube. Don't, because you're gonna be spoiled. But I love that she studies like it. It's almost obsessive, but I'm okay. Like I'm here for it. You know? She and I both with things that we like. We have obsessive personalities with things that we really, really like. So that's why she's, like, I peeped it the first day I started working at that location with her, and I'm like, she's reading A Song of Ice and Fire, and she's writing notes. I'm like, you're taking notes about? Oh no, we're gonna be best friends. Like,
that's so cool. You are so lucky to have someone like that you get to spend
oh my God, I love
every
it.
day with. That
I would get no work done though. I mean, like, I already struggle to not do Wheel of Time things at my other job.
Yes,
so yeah, that's
true.
amazing though.
Yeah, very much agreed.
Well, thank you, Sharnice. Thank you for answering my questions. I knew you'd have wonderful answers. And someday we will have you on Fear the Spear, and I'm sure you're going to do amazing on that.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you for having me. I love it. I love being here. Thank you so much.
No, this is great. All right, so there's been a little bit of news this week. I know it's been covered a lot, but we'll talk a little bit about that, and then obviously I've got a couple of things myself. So we'll do a very quick daily they all, folks, and then we will get on with the stabbings, because I know that's why everyone's come here. Spear brothers and sisters, it is time to cover up your face, for the Wheel of Time has news. And we shall dance the spears with it. This is the Daily They. I still love that when it happens. Okay, so rather than dive into all the news or speculation or whatever that's been going around, I thought we would just do, what is your favorite bit that you've seen? And because you're our guest today, Shanice, I'll go to you first. What's your favorite piece of Wheel of Time news that has come out in the last week or so, or speculation or rumor that you've heard that you've like, that's my favorite thing so far?
I'm going to be so honest with you. I have not been, so I'm in school, so I haven't been paying attention to anything. I don't know. I'm out of the loop right now. You guys are going to have to inform me about rumors that has been coming out, and I'll tell you if I dig it or not, because I have no idea.
Melindhra, do you have one?
Okay. So you have this picture, right?
Sorry?
The Daniel Henney picture that Shelly shared with us.
Oh, 1 second, I can get that. I don't have it's in our chat.
That's my favorite.
Okay, right.
That's my favorite because we have a new stabby stab aficionado, everyone, in case you didn't see it.
Yeah, I'm surprised this didn't get shared around more. It's a pretty amazing photo.
Beautiful.
We might have to post it on the Threefold Twitter account.
We absolutely will. Okay, it's just coming 1 second. There we go. So, yeah, this was Daniel Henney. This is on his Instagram account. If you're not following that, obviously you should be. It's Daniel Henney. And he loves his Tam jokes. But on this particular occasion, this must be his trailer, I presume. And he's back at it with 3 daggers. Stabby stab. Rajesh, what is that?
It's a butt rock.
Butt rock, right. No, that's a whole different thing.
I think he's summoning
Oh, is he trying to manifest something? Okay.
I think he is.
Butt rock, ladies and gentlemen.
There we are.
Okay.
This is how we roll on this show, Sharnice.
I love it. I'm here for it. I am here for all of it.
Inside of that trailer is not only butt rock, but also so much stabbing. Look at
Apparently.
Yeah, we have gifts here at Threefold Talks.
My question is, was the rock inspired by Lan, or was Lan's butt inspired by the rock?
Oh,
I think everyone is inspired by Land's butt.
I think the
I'm
Rock,
inspired.
It is very inspirational.
It predated Land because originally it was not his butt, right? When we first brought up Butt Rock, it was.
Oh, that's true. That's right. I wasn't there for that.
Quickly got usurped.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is true. Yeah. So very, very true. Oh no, that was a fun piece of little thing that dropped. I did like that. Bain&Chiad, did you have anything particular that you wanted to throw in there?
Yeah, I was really happy to hear that Lauren Balfe is back for season 2 as the composer. I've been so obsessed with the soundtrack since it came out. I've just been listening on repeat, and I made a playlist of the songs with lyrics, and then there were 4 albums of the background music, and I put it all together and I just listened to it. So someone had been concerned he wasn't coming back because he said something on Twitter about, season 1 being over, and he made it sound kind of final. He was asked if he's coming back, and he said yes. So I'm thrilled with that.
Nice. No, that's a great piece. I'm just trying to find. There was a tweet related with the one I was going to talk about that I now can't find, which is frustrating me. So I won't bring that up. Oh, Brian, that's such a good point.
Yeah.
Yes. How did
you
that?
I hope we could. I hope we get some more fossilized body parts.
Yeah.
Well, we still haven't decided on ab rock, have we?
We're still working on ab rock. Yeah, this is true. So
please send us your submissions if you have any ab rocks. Not your abs. We don't want your abs.
Not your abs. No, rocks that look like Daniel Henney's abs from episode 7 or 8.
Yeah,
7. Yes.
So if any of you also traverse the threefold land in real life, please take pictures.
Yeah.
And send us your ab rocks.
Mm-hmm. This is, I don't remember any land butt rocks. This is great. You can send those to this the Twitter account at Threefold Talk. If you're not following the Twitter account, you absolutely should be. You could, if you want to email it, you can email. We don't have an email for Threefold Talk. You just have to email me, malkiertalks@gmail.com. Or you can just tag us on Twitter at Threefold Talk or any one of the co-hosts. All the links are in the description. If you find an ab rock that you think is good enough to be Daniel Henney's ab rock. Sorry, it's Laniel. That's a very good point, Matt Stagger. Laniel, not Daniel. Laniel.
Excuse
us. No, my favorite piece of news that I sort of stumbled across, because it was a lot of speculation. People were like, this doesn't seem right there. Was Priyanka was doing? Was it a live on Instagram?
Yeah.
And then was chatting like, you should rewatch the season 1. And then she said that it was coming out, like season 2 was coming out mid this year, basically. And it was like,
what?
Did she say mid this year or mid? Was she trying to say a month and then realized she shouldn't be saying a month because she's not allowed to or doesn't know for 100%? And the speculation of people like, oh my God, could it come out before Lord of the Rings? But, it's still filming like block 3 or 4, according to like Geeky Eerie. And yes. Yes, Wise One Shelly is on Twitter, by the way, folks. So you can absolutely DM directly to Wise One Shelly. She is our butt rock aficionado. She has the final say for various reasons, which you'll only know if you watch the show. But yeah, just the whole discussion about whether there was enough time to film, do post-production, promote, and then release before Lord of the Rings, whilst obviously they'd want to promote Lord of the Rings as well, and so on and so forth. And that I found that quite interesting, because everyone's like, did she mess up and say that, or did she know what she was saying, or was she just casually being like, I think maybe this or maybe that? I saw a bit of speculation around, and I don't know, did anyone else see that?
Yeah, I did. And I definitely think I've listened to it a few times, and I definitely think it sounds like she was about to say mid some month, maybe November or December. And then she stopped herself and just said this year. So I don't think it means we're getting it this summer. I would be very surprised to see it this summer.
Agreed. Okay, so those were our favorite pieces from the week. Shanice, do you have a favorite of those three?
I think out of it's so hard because Laniel's butt rock, really cool.
The butt talk, yeah.
The butt talk is, really the Priyanka slip up. I think I like that one.
Cool. I mean, there's been slip ups before with things, haven't there? So, but it didn't get taken down. I mean, it's an Instagram live, so I mean, how long does it stay up for? I don't know, but yeah, those were the fun bits. I love what's going on in chat here. We're trying to find, is it a name for a butt rockologist? And Brian is commenting in his opinion. She was about to say something like midwinter or mid-December, and then correct herself this year. So, yeah, fair enough. So, bringer of hope if mid-year. Love that.
Can you imagine? I would lose it if it was. I don't.
What's going on with this like rock talk here in chat as well? Like, you're bad.
Chat's a whole other show.
Yeah, chats. Yes, yeah. The foldies in chat seem to get a little wild. It's quite fun. So, okay. A couple of quick reminders before we get going on the stabbing, folks, and you get to see these amazing gifts I've put together. As voted for, pretty much all of them, bar a couple that I had to pick because we had a whole like the stream got shut down type moment. But if you've seen the Blood Snow episode, which you can now watch because Amazon said yes, okay, you're allowed to use it. After I didn't complain, but I was like,
Rob had to fight for it.
I had to fight for it. Yeah, we were like 3/4 of the way through it, and they like stopped the video feed, and I was like, no. So I fought for it. We got it back. We didn't pick a 3 or 4. So that's cool.
Stellar.
Yes. That's great.
I love it.
That's great.
Golden glutes.
But all of our gifts come from the Blood Snow. So before we dive into that, just reminders, folks. This Saturday, you can come join me on a non-threefold live stream where I'm doing What Tales. And I have Josh from Blacktail Podcast and Jim and Zach from Fantasy for the Ages. And we're just talking booze from Wheel of Time and, just all the things that can spin off from that. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And obviously, starting this weekend, the Great Book of Tam Jokes Volume 3 is starting up. We have all the polls. So you can come and join us for that. It's all on Twitter. It's all like they're all pictures. And yeah, just leave that up. That's a great little comment. But yeah, polling starts this Saturday at 9 Eastern, 9 GMT, not Eastern, 9. It's just unlike last time where I had multiple threads over multiple hours. I was off work at that point. So I was able to set these up over like a 4 or 5 hour period. Can't do that this time. So it's one single thread every single day, folks. It's going to run through a minimum of 18 hours, finish approximately 3 a.m. local time for me, but I will run them for at least 18 hours, probably a little bit longer, depending on what shift I'm on that day. And obviously, I'm going to give away a copy of the joke book at the end. But the winner of the jokes, the number one joke at the end of it, will be live next week on Threefold Talk. That will come out about an hour into the show, roughly. So that's you gotta be voting on that. Get in and have some fun and pick the best joke for the volume 3, and it's just gonna be a great time. So Flamingo, you entered into some butt rock talk and it's made you feel better. I'm sorry you're not feeling great, but I'm glad the butt rock talk is making you feel that is, yes, this is great. So
was it the talk or the photo?
Yeah, I mean, I can put the photo back up. I mean, is that going to help?
I think it will. Yeah. I think it will cure people.
I mean, that helps everybody, doesn't it?
You should.
I feel better. I know. Bad.
I think the wise ones have definitely prescribed this to many people. You should ask Shelly.
This is great. Okay, let's get to stabbing. We have just under an hour, and I think this is a good amount of time to do stabbing. Shall we start? How are we doing this? Are we going to honorable mentions? Are we doing the votes, like half them, and then do honorable mentions, and then the other half? How would you like to do it? I had last minute scrambling for the photos, folks, so we haven't actually discussed how we're doing this segment. So we're a little bit on the fly. Sorry.
I think honorable mentions should either be last or in between. We shouldn't start with those.
Okay, we'll do that in between, and we will start with stabs that got the lowest number of votes and work our way up to the ones that got the most. And we will be ranking all of these from a scale of technically 0 to 10. I have a 0 rating stab. but I doubt anything's going to get a 0 rating. But so, everything will be rated, folks. So let's start off with the first one, and this is Matt. Why did I have to think of a name then? I don't understand that.
You'll be okay.
I don't know how you don't know who that is.
Oh, it's been an evening for me, I'll tell you that. Yes, so we have Matt attempting to stab the Thade, pointing and saying he was going to stab the Thade. This was our lowest of the top 10. He's stabbing the air in the direction of the Thade. How do we feel about this, ladies?
I would be happier if you were stabbing something else.
I'm sure you would be.
But
Shanice, where on a scale of 0 to 10 do you rank this stab?
So I think stabs should be high rated if they actually make contact.
Okay.
So
you mean penetration?
Penetration.
Wait, did someone say penetration? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Shelly, she agrees with my scale.
So
Shelly approved.
Lacking penetration. I mean, this was a very creepy scene. Like, I really enjoyed the scene, but as far as stab level, I'm gonna have to give it like a 3 or a 4 because of the lack of penetration.
Mm-hmm. Right, fair enough. Melindra's just enjoying the words being
We're
used
just
there.
in sync, you and me, Shanice.
Love it.
You must penetrate to get a high score.
I need to get that clip of Rebel Wilson being like, no, never is the word used penetrate. Just for when.
But just when Shelly's here.
Yeah.
Because otherwise
folks,
we can just say penetration indefinitely.
Yes. Yes, folks. If this is your first time here, this is the show. I mean, let's be honest. We're all talking.
That's exactly what her face looks like when she's here.
That is. That's exactly what her face looks like. It's brilliant. How did you do that, Shelly?
How do you make an emoji look like your face?
This is great. That was wonderful. I really enjoyed. But yeah, so we had a lot of fun here. It's not like an R18 rated live stream, but we have a lot of fun. In fact, we have a lot of innuendo, or as we like to say here on Threefold Talk, meluendo. That is 90% of what Melindhra brings to the live stream is meluendo, and we adore that.
Listen, I have one skill, two skills.
Yeah, mature. There we go. Rajesh has it. There, Rajesh knows. There we go.
Thank you, Rajesh.
There's some good points in chat about the Matt stabbing the air. One, Matt's Dagger X says it was a pretty shot of me, the dagger, and someone else said Flamingo Sadai says points for bravery for threatening a Thade.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah.
So would that increase our rating a little bit, maybe?
I disagree with him getting points for bravery because he's clearly under the influence and not like making conscious choices to be stabby attacking. It's more like he's like communing with the forces of darkness that are like flowing inside of him.
Okay.
So I don't think that was a conscious attempt at going after the Fae. More just like, hey, bro.
Right. Bain&Chiad, where do you sit on the stabbing scale? I'm going to struggle with that word.
Well, I was surprised. I actually was the one to nominate this one because I love Matt and I love this scene. I was surprised it got as many votes as it did. I was actually going to say a 2 for the lack of penetration, but Sharnice convinced me maybe to bump it up to a 3.
The 3, okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with 3 and not any higher than that because of Mel's comment about he's not really. I think a good stab has to have penetration and be conscious and intentional.
Okay. Chat, throw your numbers in where you think this would sit on a scale of 0 to 10. Melindhra, do you have a number in mind for where you would rate this?
Well, going on my previous assertions that it must penetrate or it doesn't count, I'm giving it a 0.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Mhm.
Okay.
Wow.
I was thinking a 2. Personally.
Okay.
So we have Shanice is like
God.
a 3 or a 4. We have did you say a 3, Bain&Chiad, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, I said
Yeah.
2 and then I bumped it up to a 3.
Okay, let's see what chat's throwing in there. We're seeing a 3. Rajesh, thank you so much. Stabbing leads to scabbing. That's a very good point. A 2. Well, okay. Do we feel comfortable on a 2? Do we want a 3? I think 2 is kind of like the median here between all of us. Yeah,
I'm okay with that if Sharnice is okay with that.
Yeah, I'm 2.5.
I don't have a 2.5.
He doesn't have a 2.
Yeah, we can go with we can go 2.
Okay, so we're going with 2. Ladies and gentlemen, the first of the top 10, 10th position, comes out at a rank of 2 stabs. Ta-da! That's the first of the gifts.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm going to play that
Well
again.
done.
2 stabs out of
again.
10, folks. I should have put sound with these, really.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some kind of explosion.
Yeah.
Like a
something like
stab
that,
explosion.
Yeah. I think it's a 10 at character development. Alan Bird says, but we're talking stabbing here. So Halfman Dan, I'm on the 0 trade. It's not a stabbing. Yeah, fair. So, okay. Next up on the scale, we have 2. So I'm going to go with this one first. These both received 20 votes. And it's the first one up is the self stab of Rand, stabbing himself with with the Dark One, just kind of like chilling and being like, "What are you doing, bud?" Very casual about that moment.
I
If you
love
actually
that.
Look at that picture right now; it's so casual.
amazing.
There, isn't it, you know? It's like, okay, easy on a Sunday morning, you know. Bain&Chiad. No, actually, Melindhra. The whole thing about stabbing and penetration previously, there's clearly penetration here.
Clear penetration.
Where do you like? How do you
scores
feel about this one?
Much higher than a 0. Because there was so much penetration, it just like goes out the other end. I mean,
Yeah.
Just
I mean, look at that.
incredible.
Like, there's
like,
plenty out there. Yeah.
To the hilt.
Mm-hmm.
You know. However, he does lose points for using a sword. And I think that noble though his intentions were, they were a bit lacking in skill. So I'm gonna say it's a 5.
Okay, a 5. So a 5 has been thrown out there. Bain&Chiad, where do you fall on this?
I'm going to go with a 6. I agree about the lack of skill, especially lack of skill within the world of dreams, if we're assuming that's what it was. Although I think there's a lot of questions about that. Is it really the world of dreams? Because don't you die if you are injured in the world of dreams? So was it also just like a dream that Ishi implanted in his head? I don't know. So I don't know if, it counts as an actual sword since it was a dream sword. But I do think Rand needs to learn how to better manage someone attacking his dreams. He does not have skills there yet. It looks cool. So yeah, 6 is my vote.
Okay. Shanice, coming to you.
So I'm gonna agree with Bain&Chiad. I agree, a 6 for pretty much the same reasons. It was an amateur stab. A newbie stab. It was a noob stab.
Noob stab. Hashtag noob stab. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Hashtag noob stab. But it was definitely full penetration.
Get on board with the word use.
I love saying penetration.
Yeah.
Shelly, did you catch that?
Yes.
I think you should rewind like
Wait 1 second. Let me
10 seconds.
There we go. So say it again, Shanice.
Penetration.
Oh,
that's gonna make such a good gift. Thank you.
I'll get a tiny little clip of Rand. Like, I'll clip the little bit of Rand, like, stabbing himself, and like play like the bottom corner of the GIF as well. So like, penetrate. Yeah,
I love it.
And then like the word penetration just appear. We can play that whenever Shelly's,
That was luscious, Sharnice.
Yes, it was beautiful.
Luscious.
I love you guys. I swear.
Aw, we love you too.
Thank you. We have been talking about having you on the show for so long, so we're so glad that you were able.
You were on the list.
Jump in.
Wow, this is so exciting.
We're so grateful that you could hop in last second and join us. So we're seeing a range of things. We're getting 6s. There's even been a 7. Shelly loves you, Shanice, by the way. So
thank you, Shelly. I love you too.
Glenn sticking with a 5 mostly because he didn't really hesitate. So we're seeing sort of 5s and 6s. We're killing people in chat. This is great. I love it. I think I might be on the 6 train as well. It's I don't know, maybe the 5 train. I'm torn between the two. I need to go look at the GIFs. Is it more like the 5 GIF or the 6 GIF? I'm going the 5. Yep, I think it's a 5. So we have 2 6s and 2 5s, folks. So we need a tiebreaker.
5.5. A 5.5 now, Rob. You're just gonna have to make a new one right now.
A new one right now. Yeah, because I didn't spend hours making those already. Right, which one is this? Stab is the question, folks, and your options are 5 and 6. Let's see if that goes in. What is chat saying? I'm still getting numbers thrown in. We get a 5 from Flamingo, -1 because Luce always chooses the coward's path. Oh God!
Yes, that
Shelly,
is the Moradin
Tauruses for Christmas. Oh, we have a 4. Okay.
Thank you, Beth.
It's probably more like a 5. So, well, let's see what chat does. What chat decides.
Rob,
get in there and get voted.
Are you going to be sad if it's not a 5 because you really wanted it to be a 5?
If chat decided it's going to be a 6, I'm okay with that. I'm
Okay.
happy to go majority rules here. This is not a dictatorship. Whilst we're doing that, I'm going to pop up the next one in the system. And this is why I put this one slightly higher than the other one, even though it had the same number of votes, because it is the wonderful Tigraine.
Oh.
So initial thoughts on this one? I mean, this is the end of what we call the Matrix stab here. It's got to be a 10.
This is a 10.
To face stab. Yeah.
Why are we even discussing? It's a 10.
Yeah.
Okay, let's end the poll with chat first, and then we'll go and give this a 10. So 5-1, 78% of the votes. So Rand on the self stab here, folks, is going to be a 5. So let me go and pull that up. Here it is, 5 stabs out of 10. Just like that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So squishy.
So squishy. So see that again, folks. Straight in there.
I love it.
I love that. That's great. So, and Tigraine, we're not even going to debate this, are we? This is going to be a 10. And
no
this
discussion.
Is
no one gets to vote.
We are a dictatorship now.
Yeah, we're dictating this right now. And folks, this is so perfect. You'll see an extra reason why this is 10 stabs out of 10, because here's the 10 stabs out of 10 GIF. It is the Matrix stab, folks. So it gets a 10. We couldn't have picked anything else.
Yes.
So, and you can see that again if you like. So, 10 stabs out of 10 needed to be done. So
can I just say, kudos to the Illianers for having such robust cloaks that you can tug on it, and a person in full armor, that thing's not gonna rip. It can lift someone up in the air. That is some really high quality fabric. Right there.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
love
great
it. It
point.
deserves 11 out of 10. People are really enjoying this.
Yeah.
So this is great. Okay. So that one was an easy one. So let's just scroll up to the next one.
Let's continue.
Now, yeah. So we have, I'm going to show the face picture first, and then we'll show the stab because the face is more dramatic. This is Alanna. If you don't recognize this scene, this is Bain&Chiad. This is a great freeze you've got here, by the way. Like,
Thank you.
That's the look at that face, like the ferociousness of that face.
That face is saying, "I need a snack."
They interrupted her snack time.
You interrupted snack time.
How
That
dare
actually
they?
makes me more scared of Alanna right now. I mean, she is hangry.
That's what I was gonna say. She's hungry.
Maybe that's
Totally.
Maxim's job. Is like, no. Like, have you seen what she gets? Like, if she doesn't get snacks, she needs to eat. So, what we're actually voting on is the arrow stabs. It's not quite as cool a picture, but this is the arrow stabs, which is pretty awesome. But I think this snack. Oh, this needs to be a meme. When someone interrupts snack time, is the meme.
That's it.
Somebody
That's
make
me.
that. That's so good.
I'll do it. I'll do it after this.
Yes.
That's
I'll do it.
it.
No, I'll do it right now.
Yes, that's
Yes.
fine. Yeah. While Bain&Chiad is doing that, Shanice, where does the arrow stab fall for you? And I can put any of the pictures back up if you need them.
So this is when she deflected the arrows back at him. Is that what?
Yes. Yeah. She stopped.
Reverse
and then-
arrow stab.
Reverse arrow stab. Okay, so deflection stab. I like it. I like deflection stab. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I'll give it an 8.
An 8. Cool.
That's high.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, some people like we're getting a solid 10 on our own, just this from Lisa there. So it's again, Beth, I love this snack Asha. And Joe was like, "Where are my things?" Jessica Sadai, Alanna is the next Snickers candy bar act. Like, is it going to be like the actress in a regular clothes, and then be like has a Snickers, and then she's Alanna again? You know, you're not you when you're hungry.
She
You're
has
not
to
you
be.
when
She
you're
should be a
hungry.
Trolloc first. She should be a Trolloc, and then turn into Alanna.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know you're not yourself when you're hungry.
Yes.
Please
Oh, this is great.
make sure to hire us. We're good at this.
Jessica says fierce and ferocious, give an 8. Abjay is 2 out of 10 for that. Oh wow.
I
Okay,
think
fair
it's
enough.
a question mark asking if somebody else gave it a 2.
Oh, maybe.
Somebody
Okay.
else gave
Yeah.
it a 2?
Our Chief Foldy says this gets extra points for both using multiple long range stabs, but also for stealing their own weapons. That's a very good point. That's a very good point. So,
I'm upset right now because Tim Althor just mentioned Alanna stabbing the persimmon. Why was that not nominated?
oh yeah.
Honorable mention. Honorable
Folks, if
mention.
someone can get me a little picture of that and DM it to me on Discord, that would be the best place to do that. I can get that up before the end of the show. But yes, Tim Althor, good pick. There's going to be a lot of things that were missed because, you know, there's so many good options.
This show is incredibly stabby.
Yes.
Like, it wasn't until like I was looking at all the things that people were nominating and I was thinking of the things to nominate. I was like, damn, so many stabs. All the
So
stabs
many.
all the time.
When I was getting the screenshots, it was like there would be multiple stabs before and after the ones that I picked out. It's a lot of stabbing.
It's a lot. It's good stuff.
This is true. Okay, so Shanice, did you say 7 or 8? Sorry.
I said 8.
8. Okay. Melindhra, where are you placing this on the scale?
Okay, so as much as I love Alanna and I love her snacktasticness, I feel like she used a very, like, you know, she's a trained Aes Sedai, so it seemed like a fairly easy thing, and she didn't have to aim them at anyone. She just kind of like flung them back at people. Some of them didn't actually end up in anyone. They ended up in the ground, right? So I'm going to dock her points for a lack of accuracy and give her a 7.
Okay. I don't think that's unreasonable. I think that's very concise. Your points there are very, very to the point. I was trying to get some kind of stabbing joke in there. I really didn't get that word.
You said to the point.
To the point. Yeah. I felt like I could have
wasn't
done
okay.
Better.
That was an
It was
okay pun.
okay. That was like a 3 out of 10. So for me, Bain&Chiad.
I mean, it's not like you said it was like you thrust your arguments to the center of attention.
No, but that sounds more like a Melinthra level comment than a Tam joke comment. So.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Tam jokes are more wholesome.
Yes. Although, aside from the one joke, thank you again, Seth from What Spoilers. I need to give him credit for. He sends me so many Tam jokes, not like constantly, but every now and again, I just get like a flurry of like 3 or 4, and I just put them up. Like the one, it's very not suitable for work, not safe for work, folks. But it's you can go back. It's only a few days ago about Rand and Moiraine arguing. And the choice of words he describes Moiraine as. And
are you not going to tell us this joke? Are you just describing this joke?
No, because I don't want to. It involves swearing. I'm just like,
oh yeah, and we don't swear on here at all.
No, we don't fucking swear here. But also, go check out the Twitter.
We don't chicken swear.
Twitter. Sorry,
I thought you said we don't chicken swear. That would have been funnier. Because the chicken.
It's about the chicken.
Yeah.
So.
Chickens are very funny.
Bain&Chiad, not to steal away from meme creation, but we've got a 7, we've got an 8. Where do you fall on this scale?
I'm cheating, and I'm going to look at the rest of the list. And
that's not fair. That's not fair.
I'm going to go with 7.
Okay. I also was feeling a 7 on this, to be honest.
Arrows are not a typical stabbing tool in general. And while everyone definitely did get stabbed by them, I think just deducting a point for that. But the action in of itself was very fierce and very amazing. And I love Alanna.
Yeah. I agree. Okay, so I feel like we've fallen out on a 7 here. There's 3. Sorry, Shanice, we're docking a point for the arrows and such, but it's a solid 7. I have to say, I like all the gifts that I created. This is my favorite one. This is the one I shared early with my patrons. This is the first one I shared with the rest of the Threefold Talk hosts, and it's definitely my favorite, even though it's not number 10. 7. There's something about using some of the Blood Snow scenes when they were in slow motion, thanks to the Phantom camera they used, that really just lended themselves to creating good gifts. And this is one of them. Number 7, folks. 7 out of 10 stabs. There it is. It's beautiful. I have to play that again. Really... It's so good, you know. You still even get blood splatter with it as well.
I love the splatter. I was going to say, that's what makes it.
So that was 7 out of 10, folks. Hope you liked it. What are you putting in chat now? Arrows of a tiny space of many are not so confident.
Nothing.
Oh God.
Nothing at all.
I love this. All right. Where we have now? Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, okay. This is number 6 on the list, folks. And this one was less of a physical stab and more of an emotional stab. I love the
I so love that this was nominated.
That's hilarious.
And a lot of votes, too.
Yeah.
This received 22 votes. And like I now that I've seen it up close, because obviously I was dealing with smaller copies. Just Sister Strongjaw's, I can't call her anything else nowadays, but Sister Strongjaw's face there, Alana's face, and then Moiraine in the middle. Moiraine's like, my world
so
just ended and crumbled.
Yes.
And Alana's just like, no, she did not just say that. You know, it's a great picture. So yeah, good 3s there, Bain&Chiad.
Thank you.
That was really well done. I'm still laughing about her face. Oh man.
She looks so chastised, like a child who just like, I don't know, broke curfew and I don't know, no, something way worse than breaking curfew. I don't know, but she's so chastised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is very true.
I think
All right, I'm going to lead off on the scores this time, and I think this gets. I'm going to give this a 1 for various reasons. It's not an actual stabbing; it's a emotional stabbing. There's no physical weapon involved, but someone's still got. There was a lot of emotional damage. I don't think it's a 0. It's definitely a stab in my book, but it's not much higher than a 1. And, Bain&Chiad, Bain&Chiad, what do you think?
Well, we gave Matt a 2 when there was no penetration, so I
voted for 0.
I know,
but there's no weapon here.
There's no weapon. Yeah.
Yes,
right.
there's
no weapon.
There's no dagger. Okay, fine. There's no blade. Yes, Charlize. Yes. Do you want to just join the show every week?
She's got it.
At this rate, we're just going to have in another 6 months, there'll just be 10 people on every week. You're like, Beth, you've got an opening, but you come back.
We're just adopting people all over the place.
We love them.
Okay, so there was no metal-bladed weapon. There we go. How's that?
Yeah. Okay. Chat is convincing me. Matt wasn't actually stabbing, but Leandrin is. And emotional stabs are the deepest. So, okay. So we gave Matt a 2. And you said 3, Rob?
I said a 1.
Oh, you said 1. Oh. But I'm going to say 4.
Okay. Fair enough. Shanice?
I was actually going to say 5 because emotional stabs cut deep. They can scar you for way longer than physical stabbing. You can heal from a physical stab. You can get healed by an Aes Sedai or someone else who can, or Nynaeve. I have to braid my hair.
Oh
wow! Yeah.
So you can heal.
Yeah, look, that's.
So you can get healed, but emotionally, I mean, I'm emotionally scarred by things that happened when I was a child. So I think you have to give some credit to the pain that it has inflicted, albeit emotional pain. So just for that reason, I give it a 5.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I have my braid. I'm properly braided.
There we go. That is beautiful. That is a gorgeous braid. Just for
you waited till now to show us that?
I know, right?
I can't believe.
No, Bain&Chiad, she just did
wait.
it right now. She just braided it live.
Oh, I missed it. I was doing tweeting stuff. Wow, that's impressive.
Did you tweet out the GIF and you didn't send it to me? Is that what you did?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Was I supposed to send it to you?
No, that's fine.
I'm retweeting it from our.
We are on a live show. Be here.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I know. I can't. I'm just.
I can get it. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's okay. This is great. All right, Melindhra, where are you on this scale?
Okay.
Oh, I'm just sitting. This is great. When someone interrupts snack time, this is brilliant.
Wait.
We
I
all
can
have
send it
to
to
do
you.
it.
I'll find it. No, it's all right. I've got it. Don't worry.
You got it. Okay.
Go,
Because I
Melindhra.
would like to see it on the show that we are currently doing.
You will. Don't you worry. You will.
You're salty.
Yes. I have 2 treats. We have that, and there's another treat. Thank you, Beth.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I would like to propose a counter proposal, and that we all know that there was a whole play within a play happening with Siwan and Moraine, and all of them were putting on a show for the Sisters in the Hall. And I would like to argue that I think also for this particular instance, Moraine has Leandrin's number. She knows what she's about, and she's not actually emotionally scarred by Leandrin's backstab. She is more just like, oh yeah, that was kind of expected, but she was playing it up for the crowd and not actually hurt. So given my theory on that and the lack of actual penetration, I'm giving it a 1. I'm going with Rob.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to ask chat to weigh on this. And I'm going to put it, if I could spell stab, that would help. Stab. So, Mel and I both say 1. We had 5. Did you both say 5 or 1? One was there was a 6 and 4.
I think. What did
Numbers, English words. Bain&Chiad, what did you pick? Did you pick 4 or 5?
Yes, I picked 4.
4.
Yeah, it
there
was,
we go.
and
Okay.
I said 5. Yeah.
Right. 4 and 5 and do I need to put just 3 options or shall I add a 4th option?
Just 3 is fine.
Just 3. Okay.
Sharnice, if you're comfortable, Boz has requested a tug or a grip. There we are.
Wait 1 second. Solo that. Stunning. That is great.
I love it.
Okay, so while we're waiting on chat to vote for that, please get in on that poll and vote on it, folks. If you're watching this back and you're not watching us live, I understand people have things to do. Sometimes they can't always make it live. That's cool. But you're missing out on live stuff, folks. So you need to be here live every week. We're here every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Come and join us. And if you subscribe and hit the bell, then you'll know what's coming and you won't have to set an alarm because YouTube will do it for you. But we've got a couple of treats. So firstly, let's bring up this meme. This is great. When someone interrupts snack time. That is just beautiful. That's great. Very nice. Mm-hmm. I very much approve of that. And thank you to Beth, who is in chat clearly and listened. And here is the stabbing. So stabbing of the persimmon. Thank you so much, Beth, for sending that to us. Well, this is an honorable mention, but where would we put this? Do we have any idea? I want to give this a nice. I want to give this a 3 because there's food involved. That's why I'm going for this. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say 3. Between Matt and Leandrin,
yeah,
I think it falls in between there.
Cool.
That's fair.
Nice. All right. How are we doing in the poll? 19 votes. There's 35 of you watching, folks, and there's 19 votes in the poll. So I'm not closing that yet because I'm not happy about that. Get in there and vote. Matt Stagger, 1 Moraine eviscerated her next day, so clearly not an effective stab from strong jaws.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
this is true.
That's a good
what
point.
I'm saying.
That's a good point.
Didn't really bother her all that much.
Yeah.
She knows what Leandrin's about.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're halfway through on the top 10. So I'm going to let that poll run because it's still not there. You know, there's 20 votes in. Get in there and vote, folks. If you're watching and you haven't joined live chat, go join live chat because A, that's great. And then B, you can join the poll and vote. Let's go through the honorable mentions. So we had, this first one was like a 3-parter one. So we had the honorable mention of the Trolloc that then stabs Moraine. Look at that. That's a great shot there. That's a hefty weapon as well, I've got to be honest. And then obviously we have the lamb catching her moment. This is, I mean, it's a Trolloc stabbing Moraine, but it's a ranged stab, you know.
While there's channeling going on too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well aimed range stab for sure.
This is true. You know, we ranked the range stab from Bloodsnow. I think we ranked that as a 9. We ranked that as a 9? Yeah, we did, didn't we? So, you know, it's an impressive stab. But it was just an honorable mention. So, you know, it's a good honorable mention. Where do you think about this, Sharnice? Good honorable mention? Should it have gotten votes in and been in the top 10? Or
I think it was good as an honorable mention.
Okay. Cool.
Absolutely.
And then we have, here we're getting a bit more metaphorical on the stabs. So this is one of my favorite bits, and I know I laughed out loud when I first saw this. And this is, you actually tried to kill me or stab me.
Sexiest stab of all.
Yes, this is definitely the sexiest stab of all the involved people staying clothed. I had to throw in a Melindhra at some point, surely.
I am really proud of you. Really proud.
And folks, I'm still not closing the poll because we have a tie in the poll. And there's 26 of you voted. There's 9 of you watching right now who have not voted. So get in there and vote, folks, because as soon as the scores change, I will then close the poll. So we had that. And then another one here. Now, this one's going to tug the strings a little bit, folks, but it is Matt, our boy Matt, when he's nice to kids, because obviously how he feels about his little sisters and that. This was a great little one you got here because obviously we've got Brigitte as well. Yeah, very, very beautiful. What do we think? Is tugging the heartstrings there, folks?
It's stabbing right through my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It hurts.
Like I physically just like hunched down. Like
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is we're getting like stabs in the heart,
Yeah.
69 out of 10. Yes, you're right. You're right, Silvertooth. There was another sexy stab, but as I said, this is the one we close on. So all right, folks. So we have a tie between 1 and 4, apparently. I'm going to close the poll. Sometimes when I close the poll, the numbers change. So let's see what happens. No, 1 and 4, both 37%. So we're going to have to re-poll between 1 and 4. So we're repolling, folks, because I couldn't let that sit there forever. Obviously, we had to get in there and vote because
we got a lot of stabbing to do, guys.
This one's a really divisive one.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, and I think that was all the honorable mentions. We had some sort of like side stabby moments that Bain&Chiad sent. So we had this is Tom. This is like a pre-stab, a warm-up stab.
When it slid out of his sleeve.
Yeah, when it slid out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this was a stab when we didn't have the show yet, and we just had teasers and trailers. We were really desperate for stabs, and that was one of them. Yeah,
I wanted to bring them back up because I like them.
Yeah.
Where we start, where we started with the stabs, folks. Matt's reaction. Matt Stagger giving you a lot of feature right now. Matt Stagger, I hope you're enjoying that.
You're all over here, Matt Stagger.
Yeah. We had, of course, this is the pre-you tried to kill me moments.
Mm-hmm. That's the failed stab. Yeah.
This is the failed stab, and then we had badassery in the middle of shit going down stab.
And screamy stabs.
Screamy stabs. Yes. Yeah. So this is they were in the Twitter feed from when we first did the stab ratings from pre-show, and I was like, no, I'm going to put those in there as well because we just want to just remind us like how far we've come.
Memories.
On the stabbings. Yeah, memories, folks. So right, chat is no longer divisive. I'm going to end the poll. It's very, very clear. It's gone one way. Okay, so that ended up getting a how was I going to say monstrous? Not a monstrous, but it ended up receiving a total of 4 stabs out of 10, folks. So, and this is one of the 2 that I had to pick and be like, we didn't actually get to pick a 3 and a 4 stabs out of 10 out of the blood snow scene, so I picked this as a 4 stab just because of that effort right at the end there. So
you could tell she was like on the cusp of a contraction right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Done with this fool.
So I'm enjoying the discussion that's going on. People are changing answers. There's stabby foreplay. This is great. Some of this stuff. So, okay, folks, we're in the top 5 now, so it's getting a bit serious. And we've spent longer talking about these. Not really than I expected, but also than we probably should have. So the first of the top 5 is the snow stab. This is obviously Tam stabbing down the Heronmark blade into the earth instead of into a person, obviously. And Shanice, it is a sword, but I'm going to let you go first. And where is this number 5 on the top 10 that Twitter gave us? Where do you put this?
So while I appreciate the sparing of the lives by stabbing the Snow instead of stabbing Shaiel, the only penetration was to the ground. And yeah, I'm not impressed with the stab itself. I'm appreciative of the gesture of not killing Shaiel while she's giving birth. But yeah, I don't think it was that fly. I really don't think it was that dope. So, one.
A 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I think I was torn between a 1 or a 2. I might. I can go either way. I can be persuaded for a 1 or a 2 here. So, I'm not overly picky on either one. Maybe a 1. Let's go for a 1. We haven't had a 1 stab yet. So, Bain&Chiad, where do you think this is?
I think this Wetlander earns much G for sparing the life of this woman in labor and not using his sword. I'm going to say 0, but not in a negative way. I'm going to say 0 because this was a gesture of peace and it wasn't really a stab. And yeah, I'm going to say 0, but not a bad 0, a good 0.
A good 0. Okay. Melindhra, I saved you for last because of the lack of bodily penetration in this stab.
Yes.
Where are you falling on the stab scale?
Okay, so negative points for sword again, but there was minor penetration, like just the tip.
Yeah.
And Glenn makes a really good point that it was the stab that saves the world. So despite the fact that it's not like a technical like flesh stab, I want to give it a little bit of a bump because like if he had gone through with it, like none of us would be here, guys. So I'm gonna give it a 3.
A 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have a 0, a couple of 1s, and a 3. Chat, it's down to you. 0, 1, or 3. Now, there's 3 options here, folks. So don't give us a 2-way tie with 2 of the options, like you did previously, because that's going to drive us nuts. But yeah. So we'll see what we get. I am seeing like 2s, 1s. I'm seeing all sorts in chat. So yeah. Let's have a quick look at number 4 on the list while we wait for chat to tell us where that fell. And now we are getting into like real stabs. So number 4 on the list, as your votes went, is Dana. That's a great clip there. Like you've really captured that perfectly. Like I tell you what, the level of penetration on this is seriously, it's like, you know, it's, where is it now? I'm really annoyed. Where is it? It is this deep. Like all the way.
I mean, it like could be even further. Like that hilt could have gone through part of her neck. Just thinking about length of dagger and extension out of neck. I mean, unless it was particularly large.
People complain about the pole. I didn't come here for math.
Swollen dagger. Like that stretches.
Folks, I think we got it.
We have a tie on the poll on chat. Get in there and vote and fix that shit. Seriously, I'm not doing another tie. What are you doing to me? I think
for any future ties, Sharnice as our guest is a tie.
Yes, Sharnice, you get to pick. Yeah, there we go.
How about that? True. Moving on.
Okay.
All right. So max penetration for sure.
Yes. I perfectly centered through. Minus 0.1 for not yelling, take that, dark friend.
But he did say, she's a dog friend, boy. And I love that.
He did say that.
Range stab, we're getting 7/9.
Like perfectly
9.5
centered. I can't center a pen in my neck, let alone a stabber.
All the penetration. Yes, Jessica die. All the penetration.
So much. So.
Hi, Rajesh.
Oh, Can you give 1/3 Green Aja, 1/3 Wise One, 1/3 Maiden of this? Okay.
Yep.
Thank you. We really appreciate the equal
Let me
representation
just update
here.
that. There we go. Updated that there. There we go. Wise One shinies. Right. There's still a tie. Okay. Shanice, you're going to have to end the tie for number 5 because chat can't make a decision.
0 and 3 are tied.
0 and 3 are tied.
Oh, wow.
So those are your options.
0 and 3. And I gave it a 1. And I have to choose between the 0 and the 3. Okay. The point, it is the stab that saved the world. So I'll give it a 3.
A 3. Okay, folks.
I'll change. 3.
Snow stab gets a 3. Just like that.
Yeah. I think we need that again.
Yeah, I was going to play again. So, like the poll and us debating, went round and round and round what we're going to pick. And in the end, we got a 3. So. Glenn's like, is it wisdom shinies? No. We like wise one shinies. This is threefold talk. You're a wise one. So
yes, that's right.
Okay. Did we have a number for this yet? Have we picked?
No one has anything.
No one has picked anything on this one yet.
No, we were just appreciating it.
We were just appreciating it. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out there and I'm going to give it a solid 9. Go straight out there. It's a range stab.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful range stab. It's a range stab we didn't see until the end result, so it was like a surprise stab as well.
Yeah.
So
I would like to deduct 1 point from that 9 for stabbing dark friends.
Sorry, folks. Let me just fix the show for a second. Right. So carrying on.
Oh my God. Bye, Mel.
Love you, Mel.
Why am I even here?
All right. So Mel's giving it an 8.
Correct.
What are you giving it?
I'm giving it a 9 as well. Okay. Yeah.
And
same here. Same.
All right.
9.
9s all round, pretty much. So this range stab from Tom to Dana gets a solid 9 out of 10, folks. So yeah, you can see that again. Look at that. Nice solid range stab. She didn't see it coming. He did, and he still missed, but he's a Liliana, so yeah. But yeah, that was our first 9. We did have a 10, but we had 9. Okay. We're in the top 3 now, folks. I picked this one over the previous one because I think because it's had the same number of votes as well, 25. But I think this one's just pretty amazing. So it is Egwene stabbing Valda in the back. Look at the anger on her face there. Yeah, nice. And his fear. It's beautiful. Mm-hmm. Wise one, Shanice. I'm going to come to you first.
That was a good one. I'm gonna give that an 8.
An 8.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Cool. Yeah. Melindhra dark friends are people too. Okay, Melindhra, coming to you this time. Where do you think? Look, I'm gonna make you primo screen as well. There you go. You get all the credit. Where is this one?
Okay, so I think that though it was a very worthwhile stab, there was a distinct lack of control. If you remember the video, she's kind of struggling with actually getting that in to the hole. So I it gets points for being well needed and executed and penetrated, but it lacks points for execution. So I think it's a 6.
Okay. I like an 8 personally. That's where I was wanting that. But you've kind of talked me into a 7 now because of your points there, and also, but I mean, Jessica in chat, like, he lives, but it's her first stabby stab, so it's kind of understandable,
Yeah.
And
Bain&Chiad, I think Wise One Chinese is just taking a moment out there, folks. Bain&Chiad, where are you falling on this?
I'm going to go with 6 as well.
Okay.
I think, yeah, he really needed to die, and she didn't quite get there. But I do give her a lot of credit for her bravery and her courage, and because she's Egwene and she's amazing. But I don't know. I can't go up beyond a 6.
That's fine. I'm getting 6s in chats. Alan Bird does say 8 being stabbed with a knife from position being captured. Yes, there. Jessica's saying 6. Flamingo saying 6.5. I think a 6 is a fair option here. Shanice will be back in a second. Just have to go plug in her laptop, folks. So she will be back. Wise One Shanice has not disappeared and left us. But this one gets a nice solid 6 out of 10 on the Scabby scale, right there in the guts. So
I feel good about that.
Yeah, that was
I
solid.
like it. I like it.
I tried
a lot
to
of rage.
Yeah, I tried to theme some of the numbers and like the stabs. So like, the guy was getting flipped and the number flips, or that was like a very slow stab in. So it was like the number
Into a 6-pack.
Into a 6-pack there. See,
Are we sure?
No.
Yeah, it's
sorry,
Iliana,
sorry, Silvertooth.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's a good point. Oops, we do not be wanting to upset the chief oldie. So
That's true.
Yeah.
It is. You're quite right, Glenn. It's a great stab in that fight. So
It's really good.
Yeah,
it's
very, very good.
I mean, all of them are good.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is why we made our entire, our entire stabometer from the Blood Snow. This is how we are going to be rating stabs for the entirety of the Wheel of Time TV show. Every time we're like, right, let's rate some stabs. Where is this? Like, this is what we're going to be doing. And Shanice is back. We have power again, Shanice.
Hey, there it is.
Yes.
Lovely.
I had to readjust though in order for the charger to reach. So now
That's
I'm
okay.
like leaning,
no worries.
But I'm like lounging now because I'm like kind of
just
I like it.
relaxing.
I like it. It's very chill.
Yeah,
very chill.
All right. Well, we're down to the top 2, folks. So, and they're both great. So, first one up, second place, as per your votes on Twitter, is the collective village, the women's circle stab in the village of the Trolloc. With a bit of Days Conga being like, "Come get some," which is just it was brilliantly done. Wise One Shanice, I'm going to come to you first. I think.
I love that. I love. Let me give that a 9.
A 9.
Yeah.
Multiple stabs.
Love me some Days. Oh my gosh. She's a badass.
Yep. Thank you for that, Jessica. The stab meter really elevates the show. Appreciate it. I've got a surprise for you. Once we've rated the last one, folks, I have a surprise for you in regards to the stab meter. So we'll carry on that. Bain&Chiad, how did you feel about the village moments here?
Yeah, I'm okay with a 9 as well. I love the group efforts, people working together. I love the foreshadowing of battles to come in the Two Rivers, and there's a great shot of Days with her pitchfork going through the Trolloc, which I didn't grab, but it's a pretty great shot. So I'm going to go with 9.
Yeah, I agree. I'm absolutely on board with this one. So I'm going for a 9 too. I've seen lots of 9s in chats. I did see there's an 8 there. But there's more 9s. Melindhra, where are you falling on this?
Yeah, I agree. I like the village version of the Ashendare that they're all using to stab those Trollocs. And I just hope that with as much as I've tweeted at Rafe about how much I love Days Conger, that she gets to come back and be in the show so much more, because she was just a little delight. And I love that she led that group stab. Group stabs. I mean, we're Far Dareis Mai. Group stabs are kind of our thing.
It is. Yeah. This is true. And I know Rafe likes to hang out and watch Threefold Talk, so that was just an extra reminder there for you, Rafe, to bring Days back.
Yeah.
So But that communal stab, the village, with the non-traditional Ashendari weapons, gets a solid 9 out of 10 stabs from us here at Threefold Talk. So nicely done. All right. Well, this is the last one, folks. This is what you voted number one in all of the stabs that were mentioned on the Threefold Twitter accounts, and it is Shanice. I think you're gonna like this one. It is Nynaeve stabbing herself a good bit of Trolloc. That's a great over-the-shoulder shot you've got in there, Bain&Chiad. Beautiful.
So good.
Double-handed.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This is everything. I had to put the braid back in the front.
Yes.
Braid
absolutely.
has to.
I feel like can I will this let me do picture in picture? No, it's not gonna let me do picture in picture. Damn it. That's a shame. It will let me do that. No, it won't let me do it. It's only screen shares it does that way. There's like StreamYard's fixed on what it can do and can't do, but that's annoying. But yeah, this is amazing. I feel like you're giving this a solid 10, Shanice.
10. Yeah. 10 in a braid tug.
10 and 10 and a braid tug.
10 plus.
Wow.
10
okay.
plus.
Okay. So Jessica, your nomination, I don't know, Bain&Chiad, you went through the
I picked the ones that had the most likes.
Okay, so we went for the top 10 in terms of numbers of likes, folks. There we go.
What was yours, Jessica? Put it in the chat and we'll
tell us. And we're happy to bring up honorable mentions. But we went for the top 10 that were nominated there. Team Brady, I love that. Let's bring new meaning to the phrase Team Brady. I'm okay with that, yes.
That's funny.
All right, Melindhra, where is this, the double-handed water stab?
Yeah.
I mean, she's standing in a pool of water. I mean, that earns a lot of G right there.
I mean, so much. G.
So brave.
Like, not even, like, fazed by the fact that she's hiding in the water. And she has to, like, come out of the water. I mean, I don't even understand how she didn't die. Like, just going underneath.
Seriously.
It's very impressive work. And unlike Egwene, her novice stab was very effective and bled all over the place. So perfect 10. Yep.
As Jessica's saying, she killed, handled it. Denise stabbed the Trollocs with the Trollocs' own weapon. So, Alan Bird's saying that true. Half-Man Dan's coming in here with something we need to consider, folks. That guy was just trying to pay his bills and put a roof over his children's heads, and that wisdom lady just murdered him in cold blood.
There's two sides to every story.
Like I told you before, Half-Man Dan, you and your friends need to figure out that you need to, if you want to go to a party where you're invited, that's the party you should go to. You shouldn't go to somebody else's party and crash their party and expect them not to be upset with you.
Also, that guy just ate his friend's guts. So I don't know that was his only motivation, is putting a roof over his children's heads.
That's a very good point. I hadn't considered that one. So, but I'm pretty confident that we are just going to dish out our beautiful Matrix 10 out of 10 stabs on the stabometer here, folks. Look at that. And
I just wanted to see that again too.
Yeah, it's going to be played again. It's beautiful.
Glorious.
It's beautiful.
So satisfying.
So and those as voted for by you in terms of the top 10, and we had some honorable mentions. Jess, make sure you are sending us that tweet. I know you can't put it in.
Oh yes, yep. That is, I was actually going to say earlier, Jessica, that was one that I was surprised didn't get more votes, because that was a pretty epic stab.
It was, yeah.
There
was a lot of ones in there, and it was we'd be here for like 3 or 4 hours if we did every stab possibly from the show. I mean, how long did we sit here just doing Blood Snow?
True. Yeah, we broke that down into every single stab.
We did.
I'm going to run longer if we hadn't gotten cut off.
Damn you.
I know. It was so sad.
We were really sad. You can go back and watch that, by the way, folks, and see that happen, and now not see the video disappear, but us not realize, because if I edit it down, you lose live chat, and live chat is just so much fun, as you see here. We love engaging live chat here at Threefold Talk. So,
weird. So the video got put back.
Yes, so I disputed it, and because they said, okay, the video doesn't get cut anymore. I mean, I haven't actually gone back and watched that piece, so it might still be, when they stop the video feed, it might still be like that. but I think that no longer applies if my understanding works. But if it does, then it still fits. That's great. But if it doesn't, and you watch it, you think, wait, why are they saying you can't see anything? I can still see everything. That's where it comes from, folks.
Was it? I'm going to put the link in chat. Was it Tigraine is a fucking beast? Is that the video?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the video. Yeah. So put that in chat, folks. I'm going to run through the stabometer because I'm so proud of these. I really enjoyed these. Yeah. So they took me a reasonable while, but it's time that I'm so happy I spent doing. So first we have the 0, folks, which is the axes where they just don't hit. We have the 1 stab, which is in the back. We did see the 2 stab where it's like he sweeps the sword and misses. I love that. The 3 stab, which is obviously the spin. The 4 stab we've seen most of them tonight, folks. Actually, there's only one you haven't now seen after I've shown you the 0 stab. Obviously the 6 stab, very slow in the guts. Did I do that? Did I miss 5?
You skipped 5.
I skipped 5. Sorry. So 5 like that. And 6 is better than 5 just because it's like that slow motion right in there. And then 7, which I think is just so beautiful because that slow motion from the phantom camera kicks in at the perfect moment. This is 8, the one you haven't seen tonight, folks. It carries on from there, bosh, straight through the neck. Nice flow on motion. Number 9, obviously our beautiful range stab. And then if it's a 10 out of 10, folks, it gets this one, which we love. So now here's the great reveal, folks. They're not all there yet, but I've learnt a while ago, but I learned how you can upload GIFs to the places where GIFs come from. And I spent time yesterday uploading all, because there's 11 of them, all 11 GIFs to Tenor, so that very soon, I'll chase them up if they don't start appearing soon, but I know at least 2 of them are already there. So you can use these GIFs yourself when rating anything. You can use them on Twitter and on Discord. So if you use either of those platforms, which I presume a lot of people are on Twitter and a fair number of you are on Discord as well, you can search 3 stab, 4 stab, 5 stab. You could search threefold talk. You could just use the word stab. The best one that's going to come up if you do threefold talk or you do the number. So like 3 stab, 5 stab, things like that with a space. Those are the ones. But if you put in like 3FT, threefold talk, type in threefold talk as 3 separate words. Stab and what else? Foldies. Fold is the other one that's going to get you there. But I know, let me see which ones. Let me type it in. And so you can currently 2 and 0 are the only ones that are fully uploaded through the system. But I did upload 11 at once. So it probably takes a while for them to be processed and checked. But yes,
I do like the idea that 0 is a really good one for using to like troll people. You know, it's like a swing and a miss. It's like another alternative to swing and a miss. So it's got a lot of potential.
But yeah, it's you will. I say I'll chase it up over the next few days to make sure they all upload. I might re-upload them to make sure. But by the end of the weekend, the latest, I imagine, all of these GIFs that you've seen used tonight will be available for you to use on Twitter and Discord. And you just type in the prompts, and I'll tweet once I know they're all up there to say, look, you can use these. And I hope to see them floating around the Twitters. You know, with Stabby Stab is already there, Penetration is already there, folks. So you know, if you want to be putting those up, you know, these ones are there. You type in Stab, that will appear. Penetration will appear. We have some other beautiful ones now. We have an extra Penetration one to add into the list. Thank you, Wise One Shiny. So appreciate that. You know.
Love it.
I want it with the sound though.
Yeah, well, sound doesn't apply on GIFs, but I can go back and add a bit of sound to what I play on the show, because I can play little video clips that will have sound. So, you know, do I have any that currently have? Well, I mean, that's where like the adverts and everything that I play, you know, that's where the sound comes from. So I can add sound to the ones we play live on the show. But if you want, you know, the regular GIFs, I will just leave to load up, and you can use them because you don't get sound on them on Twitter and Discord and such. So, but yeah, that's the stabs of season 1, folks.
Yeah, rum and rattle for everybody.
Yes,
We did it.
We did it.
We will post the list of the stabs in order with the final results on our Twitter account tomorrow.
I was going to be like, someone was taking notes of what score we were giving.
I took notes, yeah.
Okay, thank God for that. I was like,
I did not.
You see,
I like that you have no expectations for me. Like a Shido.
Now I know how it feels when I just be like, so we're going to do this right now, live on the stream. What I usually do to everyone else. It's just been done to me. I love that.
No, I wouldn't have said that if I didn't know that I had it down. So we're good. Don't worry about it.
I get it. You should do a voiceover. Is that for the penetration or for... to be fair, actually, when we edit it down and get the penetration GIF, I'll make sure the copy that we play here on 3-4 Talk has the word, I know what I'll do. I'll put Sharnice saying penetration. I'll add that sound to Melindhra's GIF at the right moments, and we'll merge them together. And then we'll still make Sharnice's GIF anyway.
Love it.
Yes,
I
we'll
love
merge
it
together. Yes. That's great.
Except I'm saying 3 and 5 in that GIF, but it's gonna work.
Yeah, we'll make it work. It'll be okay.
It's gonna work really well.
Yeah.
This is great. I've had a lot of fun. Folks, if you haven't subscribed and come and join us every week, please do, because as you can tell, we have a huge amount of fun here. We do a whole range of different segments. One of our favorite segments to do is actually happening next week. So next week, we discovered a great piece of Aiel art. We love our art around here at 3-4 Talk. And we, spoke to the artists involved and said, hey, can we feature some of your work? And they said, yes, absolutely. Well, I decided to contact the person involved and be like, do you want to actually come on as a guest? Because we haven't had an artist on yet in that respect. Nice. And I had a fairly good feeling that it was pretty late for said person, because I'm sure they live in Sweden, because I almost saw them when I almost went to Sweden for the premiere. And I messaged them and said, look, I realize it's late. I think you're not in the US. They were like, no, I'm in Sweden. So it'd be like 3 a.m. for them if they join us on the show. And you know what? They said they'd come on anyway. So next week, I'm going to butcher this lady's name. So I'm just going to call her Kit. But you can come and join us next week. We'll have other bits on the go. There'll be some more Daily Veil. There will no doubt, we'll have some shenanigans on the go as always. But yeah, we have a nice big artist segment next week with our special guest Kit, who is joining us from Sweden at 3 a.m. So
much G
for that. And if she can make that kind of effort, then surely all of you can come and join us live. All of you who watch us later on, who haven't joined us live, can come join us live next week. Sharnice, I want to say thank you again for joining us. It was an absolute pleasure and a joy to have you here on the show. Every week we keep being like, let's have more people on, but seriously, we wanted you on for a while. And I'm so glad you could join us tonight. So
I had a great time. Otherwise, I would have been asleep. So thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for staying up for us.
Yes, appreciate that. So it's brilliant. I always love it when people be like, no, I was just gonna sleep or something. Now I've had a lot of fun instead. So it's great. Yeah. And folks, if you can't watch live, I do understand that. And you watch back later, that's cool. But if you can ever catch a live show, come join us live, because we have a huge amount of fun. So I can't think of anything else.
So much fun.
Tam jokes on Saturday and What Tales. And then in a couple weeks, I've got a romance shipping thing, but I'll tell you about that again when it comes around. Because do the jokes on Saturday. Come join us back on Saturday. Join us next week on Thursday. Subscribe, follow, likes, all that sort of stuff. Share our stabs out with the world's folks. And I think that's it. Have I missed anything? I usually miss something.
I think you got it.
All right. Got it. There we go. All right. Until next time, folks, may you always find water and shade.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.